Anthem TV, a free streaming digital community. With a click of a mouse or a tap on your phone, you have instant access to free TV shows, movies on demand, music, pay-per-view events, and so much more. Download Anthem TV on your smartphone, smart TV, or any streaming device and enjoy instant access. Subscribe and download Anthem TV today.
And welcome to the Texas Weather Connection here on Anthem Television Midweek Edition. And we have lots to talk about with more severe weather. And it was a day of severe weather starting earlier in the day. And all this heat and humidity giving way to some thunderstorms. We have Brian and Sergio here with us.
Hi there, Brian Sylvan. Good evening. It's a muggy evening out there, Sergio. What do you think?
Oh man, I tell you what, I was trying to walk my dog this evening. I thought by waiting till 8:30 would be a little bit better, but I tell you what, it was just miserable. Thick humidity.
The top we have over here, he's enjoying staying in this nice cool air. Robert, you're not having to deal with our humidity and miserableness we're dealing with.
Actually, we dealt with the humidity. Not a lot of clouds this morning. I'm over here in Cleveland, Mississippi, northwest Mississippi, but the clouds quickly built this afternoon, and now it's raining over here, and we have the thunderstorms around, expecting a stormy night here as we go through the nighttime hours in northwest Mississippi. But in Texas, boy, a severe weather event that went from large hail, even tornadoes again.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of talked about this Saturday, and we said there was a chance of severe weather returning to the state, and honestly, I mean, it was a little bit further south than what even I expected. I figured it's going to stay more towards, DFW, towards the Red River. And I mean, we were just talking about about 30 minutes ago on our text messages. We were looking at tornado moving through Temple.
Right. Yeah, I know, Brian, and there's been some pretty good video out there of the damage that happened with this system. And for the minute I saw it, I was like, that definitely looks like tornado damage, just kind of glancing by it. So our thoughts and prayers go out with those folks, as I'm sure they're going to have a long road to recovery, because it looked like the damage was pretty substantial. So
yeah, and I mean, and it's been a barrage of just severe storms along I-35 from San Antonio. Really we've had some, but the worst of it has really been between San Antonio and DFW. I mean, there's been a lot of tornadoes, a lot of hail, wind damage, and then we know again what happened last week with Houston. I mean, it's been an onslaught of severe weather across the state.
And not just severe weather, you get, especially north of Austin, east of Austin, College Station, the flooding, the rivers continue to be in flood. So again, above normal rainfall for that area, while for us here, we continue to be in drought situations.
Yes. I mean, take a look. This is some of the area here at Temple. I mean, we had a post earlier a couple hours ago where, I mean, radar estimates looking at wind speeds, I think pushing 100 miles per hour again. And again, we talked about, seeing videos emerging from the Temple area with the possible tornado. And again, it's going to have to be confirmed. But from what we saw, guys, I think it's going to be pretty definite there.
So, the video looked to be a tornado.
Yes, power flashes and everything. I mean, debris flying in the air. It was definitely a different event than what Houston saw. Again, we'll see what National Weather Service goes out, their storm survey teams, and what they come up with. But at least Temple right now, I know there's a lot of damage being reported out in the area. So it looks like it's much better. We do have some storms up to the north, and it looks like developing a little bit to the northwest of the area, but hopefully we can keep it dry. That way it gives the Temple area a chance to kind of recover here tonight.
Yeah, those storms are forming right along the cold front there. The good news is, as we head through the night, temperatures fall, so there's a little bit less energy and less instability. So can't rule out some large hail still, but definitely the threat is starting to lower as the cap strengthens and instability wanes. So good news, because they do need a break out there.
Yeah, and hopefully, even like you said, with the energy, especially with the daylight heading down and everything for the night. I mean, hopefully that, a lot of the storms that we saw earlier have pretty much tapped out the atmosphere. So kind of
what's interesting with this and many of our other events, we've had the Storm Prediction Center have this area of enhanced, possibility of storms. And most of the storms have developed on the southern end of the enhanced region, just like today. It has been on the southern edge and even down towards San Angelo, Del Rio, the isolated event of severe weather. But there was severe weather out there as far south as Del Rio, and it's capturing more of the heat. But it's been interesting, an interesting trend this year where that severe weather, wherever the region is, it's been dropped southward as the day wears on or as we get closer to the event. So,
yeah, I agree, Robert.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just not even Texas too. I mean, we kind of zoom out. We've had a lot of severe weather across a good chunk of the country, middle part of the country, and I know Iowa was doing quite a bit of tornadoes as well. So a lot of damage going on. Robert, I know right now you're over here in Mississippi, so let's kind of take a look and see if some of this activity that our northern friends in Texas here, if you're going to see that. And it looks like, let's give everybody an idea as to where Robert's at here. Cleveland.
If you can go to the Cleveland radar or go to the Little Rock radar, if you can go to the radar just to the west of there, there's Little Rock a little bit further west.
Okay.
Right there. Click on that one. And if you can get out there, and then you'll see me right along the Mississippi River. Just in the yellow there's Cleveland, Mississippi.
There we are. Right there.
So right there, that's where I'm at right now. And all that rain's coming at me throughout the night. So, and then the most intense rainfall is out a little bit further southwest of me. I did go out to the Mississippi River, and that river was moving yesterday. I hadn't been out there. I went over the levee, got to the top of the levee, able to see that water moving. And I know out towards Memphis, they did have some flood warnings that it's above normal in the way it's running, and it is moving fast. It was a fast-moving, mighty Mississippi. And hopefully we can get some of this rainfall in our area because we need the rain.
We just need to kind of back up and come back our way. I mean, we need
exactly. So
I mean, look, we still got going back to our neck of the woods over here. We still got some flash flood warnings for the storms that moved through earlier.
And again, College Station, who's
areas that have
flood warnings week after week. Again, they're in it.
Yeah.
Or just to the north.
So in this case, I mean, it's not going to take much at this point. Half an inch, and we're going to start seeing some issues in some of these areas that are already looking at. I think I've seen reports of 25, 30 inches over the last 9 weeks or so, 8 weeks. So it's not going to take much for many of these areas, especially in the Piney Woods area. It's going to flood pretty quick.
Hey, Brian, I wanted to chime in real quick. I was looking at satellite pictures from out of Houston, and you can actually see, because our satellites are so good now, that the erosion that's occurring from the Sabine River and all the rivers that run through Houston going into the Gulf, and you can just see that mud on the satellite picture. So there's a tremendous amount of sediment that's coming down those rivers, and it's pretty incredible to see from satellite, from space, to be able to pick up on that. So if you get a chance, take a look.
Wow.
Man, that is insane. I mean, and again, a lot of different types of weather happening in our state. We're a big state, but San Antonio's just missing out on all the rain.
And we're missing it out, and you get to the
Medina. When are we going to get the rain, guys?
Medina Lake again, 2%, a little over 2% of normal of full. I mean, it's not even close to capacity, and so just scary to think if we don't get any rainfall from San Antonio westward, we will continue in a major drought situation.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty dismal out there. And and it's just kind of, this ridge is kind of strengthening over us over the weekend, and boy, I think the temperatures are just going to go up from here. We'll talk about that in just a bit.
Yeah, I mean, we do have one last chance of severe weather, and again, sorry, our area here in San Antonio. I mean, not that we want severe weather, but we're not going to see the rain either. I mean, quite honestly, it's going to be further to the north. Central Texas probably in the chance too. That we'll show the radar of one of the models, what it's looking like, but looks like that DFW is going to be a prime target for tomorrow. So might be something we'll have to keep an eye on for them tomorrow. There's that hatched area, guys. I mean, that's something we don't want to see.
Yep.
And again, anybody traveling northward into Oklahoma for the Memorial Day weekend, this is the area you got to drive safely and watch the weather. Stay up with the latest radar, severe weather coverage up in that area. So.
wind outlook. I mean, again, it's just all modes of severe weather possible. We see the threat for tornadoes again. And again, I know Oklahoma, they were dealing with tornadoes just a few days ago. Again, looking at right along the Red River, I mean, we're talking about the possibility. It doesn't mean, again, that everybody's going to see severe weather, but everything's set up in terms of the conditions of the atmosphere that we could see a storm that develops that reaches that severe potential. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. And this is what we're looking at. 7 o'clock, it looks like over towards the San Angelo area, we might start seeing some storms fire up as we head our way into the day. Almost very reminiscent of when we got the storms, last time here in San Antonio. Everything kind of starting off pretty early in the day.
So the people around Brady, Llano, San Saba, that's probably be the area where the storms start to develop, right in the heart of Texas at late morning. Watch out.
Right north of Burnett, Brownwood area. So, it's going to be starting up early for y'all. And then, again, we start to see that threat kind of spread across northeastern part of the state. But as we work our way into the evening time, 24 hours from now, we should be clearing out.
And again, it quickly moves to the east. It's a very progressive system, just like today, moving very progressively to the east. This one doing the same thing tomorrow.
And as that moves up to the east, what do we get here for the Memorial Day weekend? Do you want to show them?
I mean,
the 7 days?
Just thinking about it, I'm already starting to sweat about it. I mean, folks, it's gonna be miserable. And Robert, I know we've been talking about it. Your hometown, Del Rio.
Right here, wearing the hat. We got the cap. Del Rio.
It's like they're in midsummer form already out there. I mean, it is bad out there with the heat.
They had, again, one of their highest temperatures ever in May, and they're probably going to break that record here as we go into the weekend.
Yes, I mean, look at our SA 7-day, guys. I mean, tomorrow we're looking at some morning haze. That ain't gonna last too much. I mean, we're gonna see the sun emerge in the afternoon. It's gonna get hot here, and again, we should be glad with 97 degrees because
I was gonna say, get out and enjoy tomorrow.
Because look at what we're dealing with Saturday and Sunday.
102, 104, 102.
We had to bring in that little hot icon. I mean, that's something right there. That tells you something.
We're not showing it as a heat index value. So the humidity is so high that our heat index values are going to be well over, probably close to 110. If I'm not, I'm trying to be conservative, but 110 is what it's looking like. And that's just miserable, dangerous, really, to be out.
What's interesting, Brian and Sergio, is usually for Memorial Day weekend, we have memorable floods, severe weather, tornadoes. This one is going to be impacted by severe heat, early severe heat. I mean, and it's going to be intense. People like to be outdoors. It's time to get in the swimming pool.
Yeah. And a week ago, the models honestly looked promising, for this coming weekend. It looked like we were going to get into a more type of that rain pushing through system after system starting this weekend. But again, that's why we don't put all our eggs in the basket for long range forecasts, and we don't want to look at these long range models and hope that it's going to happen. We just kind of see what the trend is as each day gets closer and closer. And as each day got closer and closer, it was going from rain to dry and heat.
What's interesting about this heat high, it extends from Florida to Texas and deep through Mexico. I mean, it's a big system. It's a big heat high.
But there is a little bit of hope down there. I see on Wednesday with the temperature of 94. So hey, I know it's not sounding like great, but I'll take 94 over 104 any day. So
and we even had thrown a little chance of some storms in there. I mean, hopefully we can get something. I mean, that's the hope. But again, we know how long range models tend to be. Sometimes they overthink things. We've seen it happen with even the short term high resolution models. We're just going to see how it plays out over the next few days. And I do want to point out, guys, I mean, again, we're looking here Sunday 104. Del Rio on Sunday, you might be pushing 111, 112.
111, 112.
Temperatures, yeah.
Yes, we're not even talking about heat index.
What's interesting is the models, I mean, I think are sometimes tend to hold the temperature down. Climatology-wise, we're not supposed to be at those levels.
No.
And then we don't have ground moisture to hold that temperature down.
Yeah.
So with the less ground moisture, that could actually cause our temperature to go even higher.
I agree.
So one thing
plenty of water, man.
Drink
Yeah,
plenty of water,
definitely.
exactly, right here.
Yeah, let's stress this, guys. I mean, this is definitely from National Weather Service to just, we know what's going to happen. It's a 3-day weekend. We know a lot of people are going to be out there drinking.
Mhm.
Don't drink and drive, okay? But if you're going to be drinking, definitely hydrate. And when we say hydrate, not a Bud Light, not a Corona. You get some water in you, because you will dehydrate very, very quickly, especially with this heat, and especially if you're outdoors grilling, barbecuing. You got to take care of yourself.
Yeah, this is an early heat wave for us, climatologically speaking, like Robert was saying. So a lot of folks aren't probably thinking about it, but they definitely need to take the heat precautions, putting on the lotion, putting on light colored clothing, taking frequent water breaks out there when you're out at even at the beach. Sometimes you're in the water, you don't realize it, but you're sweating away. So anyone going down to the beach, you got to take those frequent water breaks as well.
Yeah. So other than that, guys, I mean, it's again something that we want to, we'll keep everybody updated. I'm sure we're gonna probably see some heat advisories go up for the weekend. Enjoy the weekend though. I mean, that's one thing we definitely want to do is enjoy the weekend. A lot of people are gonna be off on Monday, but with that being said, stay cool, stay hydrated. Okay, we're seeing severe weather in terms of tornadoes, hail, storms for parts of Texas, and then we're seeing severe heat coming. So,
and what's the number one killer, guys? It's heat.
The heat.
So a lot of people, it's the heat. A lot of people think it's flooding.
It doesn't think that it is, but
it's heat.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much to wear you down, and we throw in that heat stroke possibility. Yeah. So again, take care of your bodies, take care of yourself. Other than that, guys, y'all got anything else for tonight?
No, that's it.
All right.
Hopefully the temperatures are lower than what we're predicting in that SA7 day, because we want to keep them under 100. I don't want to hit 100 degrees yet.
Yeah, I'm not ready for it, but you know what? We knew it was coming all along. So with that being said, thank you for joining us tonight. And we will see y'all soon. Again, stay tuned for our page tomorrow for any updates on severe weather. Again, here in San Antonio, we're not expecting anything here. DFW, again, Temple area, north of Austin, San Angelo area, we'll keep an eye on you throughout the day. And anything severe goes, we'll go ahead and post those updates on our page. So thank you for joining us tonight here on the Texas Weather Connection on Anthem Television. I'm Brian Silva.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Have a good one, guys.
Innocent people are unexpectedly injured. You are not alone. One man has made it his mission to fight for you. With millions recovered for his clients and over 20 years' experience handling injury cases, he'll ride with you till the end. If you or a loved one have been injured in a motor vehicle crash or on the job, Marco Crawford Law is the firm you want to choose.